Thank you so much for taking the time to get on this. I know that it's the first of the month and May was absolutely insane. Like, you guys, I was literally down to the wire, like to the minute. Excuse me. I just ate dinner, so don't mind me if I burp a little bit. But I am just so excited. Like, literally, first of all, can we all just congratulate Sierra really quick? She promoted to Ruby, and I am just so freaking proud of her. Like, it takes grit, and she has been in the business, what, less than 90 days, and is just absolutely killing it. And I know that everybody worked as hard as they could. So I want to just also take the time to congratulate all of you because we worked hard last month. And I know that sometimes it feels like, oh, I haven't hit my promotion yet. Why? You know, all of that, all of these self-limiting beliefs get into your head, especially come the first. So today was really a self-development day for me and just really focusing on my goals and just getting things, you know, my new schedule drawn out, my charts done, like your guys' charts done, all that kind of stuff, and just making sure that I know what I want out of this month. Because obviously we can have all these wants, all these things, but we kind of have to let go and let God, right? I know that that sounds cheesy, and whether you believe in God or not, like whatever your higher power is, whatever you believe in, like we have to just kind of let go. And I'm doing an entire Zoom on that later this month. So if that's something that like hits home for you, just make sure that you guys keep getting on these. And I really, again, just want to like give kudos to y'all for hopping on this, because one of the very first things, especially as leaders, is being the first to show up and the last to hop off. So kudos for jumping on this, staying close to the fire, and just getting poured into tonight. I'm really excited for this because it's going to be more of like a hands-on training. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys and just sharing kind of like some of the things that are working for me right now. I'll be completely honest, unlike Kiana and Sierra and all of the other people who killed it last month, like my enrollments were low, like low. And I was kind of looking at just like what I was doing differently this last month that was working and what was not working, and just figuring out what I can do better come June, right? So first and foremost, I just want to start us off with a quote like I normally do. So it says, never let the things you want make you forget the things that you have. And I think it's so easy for us to get caught up in all of the things that we want, the promotion, the haps, the enrollments, the things that we want in life or with our family or whatever. And we forget all the good that's happening right now. So I want to ask all of you to drop 3 things in the chat right now that you are grateful for. It could be something as small as I woke up today. Like, not that that's small, that's a huge deal, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it can be whatever you want, but I want every single person to drop 3 things that you are grateful for right now, whether it be in your business or in your life or mindset, like your outside world, like anything. I personally am very grateful and super proud of myself because I've been like jumping around, and I'm doing a whole Zoom on this as well about like not having all of your eggs in one basket. And this doesn't take away from it works at all. But I have been like, okay, because I've been listening to all these podcasts, and I've been really listening to Gary Vee a lot. And a lot of these people have been asking questions like, um, well, I have this idea and I have this idea and I have this idea, but I feel like I don't have time for all of them. I feel like I want to do all these things, but maybe I won't do all of them well. And he was like, well, why aren't you doing them? Right. And so if it feels good, you should be doing it. And there's things like, I love interior design. So that's something that I was like, you know, maybe I should dabble in this. Dabbled in it for a few weeks. It's not for me. To be completely honest, I'm kind of lazy and it's a lot of work. Like, it's just it took away from my business for a few days, and I was like, yeah, no, this ain't it. It didn't feel like in alignment for me. And being a full-time family is something that I like really want. I want Connor to be able to be home with us every day. I want to be able to go out and eat. I want to be able to go get my lips done or get my nails done, like whatever it is. I know that that sounds so stupid, but like these are things that I want and that make me feel good. Sorry, I'm like totally sweating. It's like almost 100 degrees outside right now, but there's mosquitoes, so I'm in a full sweatsuit with my hood on. But point being, I have been wanting, you guys know that back in Oregon, I did nails and I freaking loved it. But in Texas, the laws are like a little bit more strict. And I didn't like, there was a lot of like overhead and product cost. And so I was just like, this just isn't working for me, whatever. And so when we moved, I decided to stop doing it. But I've always loved like beauty stuff, like nails, lashes, whatever. And I just completed schooling for my esthetician license with lash extensions. So I get my certificate this next week and I'm just really excited. So that's one thing that I'm grateful for and something that like I'm proud of myself for doing because for so long, and again, I don't want to get too much into this because I have a whole Zoom plan for it. But I got so into this headspace of like, if I'm not working, it works. Specifically, I'm not being productive and I'm taking away from my dreams and I'm losing sight or I'm losing focus. And I had a long talk with Rochelle of like, that is so not the case. And that is something that is personally holding me back because I feel like I need to be on my phone all the time. I feel like I need to be doing power hours every single hour of every single day. Otherwise, I'm not going to be successful. And that's just so not reality, you guys. So I'll get into that a little bit more here in the next couple weeks about exactly what I mean and the conversation that I had with her. But that's something that I'm grateful for. I'm also really grateful for just a roof over our heads and food in our bellies. So I want to read some of the things in the chat really quickly just so we can ground ourselves in gratitude for a sec. Did the dishes, put away laundry, happy and happy baby. Our new house, my kids, getting up at 5 for the past 5 mornings. Damn, so proud of you. My support system, a clean kitchen, our new car. Oh, I love that. Okay, so tonight, like I said, is going to be a super hands-on training. So if you have a notepad, I am recording this, so you will be able to go back and watch it. But if you have something to take notes with, I highly suggest doing it. I cannot take credit for everything that you're going to see here tonight. I've been doing a lot of research and just like watching different things, and it is really working for me. So you might have heard this like cheesy saying at some point when you were in this business, but like fresh fish jump first. And growing your network is such a huge, 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 huge part of this business. And I'm getting back into the groove of working both Instagram and Facebook because y'all know, or maybe you don't, but I lost my Facebook for like literally almost a year and a half. And it was absolutely devastating. But I rebuilt my business on Instagram and now I'm rebuilding on Facebook. So I just want to, I feel like this is something that a lot of people really struggle with is having, or like something that I hear is like people aren't adding me back or I'm not retaining my followers or whatever. So I want to take you through like step by step what I am doing to grow my network. And on Facebook, I've grown 60 new friends in the last 2 days. So 30 friends a day. That's a pretty decent number, at least for me. You guys may get more. And if you do, like, so proud. But that's like high for me. I used to get like maybe 1 or 2 people that like added me back or like accepted my friend request on Facebook. And I have grown 200 followers in the last 3 days on Instagram. So those are like for my personal like points that I don't even know how to say this. Like it's my like personal record, my PR for my business. I keep track of those things. So I'm going to first take you through Instagram and then we'll move over to Facebook. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Okay. So can you guys still hear me? If not, like somebody put something in the chat. So for Instagram, I have not posted yet purposefully today so that I could show you guys how to do this. So let's just say, I'm just gonna like use an example. I don't even know. Let's see here. Okay, let's just do like this picture of Connor and Emmett. So I'm gonna put my filter on it per usual. If you do not have a preset yet, I highly suggest getting one. It makes your page look so much more cohesive. And I like to do, they call it like carousel posts. So if you have more than one photo, like people are more apt to scroll through, and that's really good for your algorithm. So just pick another one. I'm just gonna do, I'll do like 3. So you get your picture ready. Okay. So I have all 3. And now I'm gonna go over to Instagram. Also, this is my friend and she's way too bomb. It's annoying. Just kidding. Love her, but okay. So I'll go to like regular post and I'll do like whichever one I want first. Like this is all regular, like you're just posting like normal, right? Okay. Now this is what I've been doing that's different. So for a while, I tried out a couple different techniques. I've tried out like hashtags in my story. I've tried out hashtags in the comments. I've tried hashtags in my post. Hashtags, as you know, are very important for Instagram, not so much for Facebook, but for Instagram, they are. So, what I have found the 2 or 3 that have been working best for me in order is in my post, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. And or in the comments, but I'll show you the trick. You don't want to just immediately comment the hashtags or and in my story. So I'm going to show you all of that. So let's write a post together. So I literally want you to do this with me. So go right now, even if you've posted already today. I want you to do this. Oh, you guys, I have a cold and my allergies and like, sorry, that was so embarrassing. And my septum is like coming out of my nose now. Like, really? I'm a mess. Oh my God. I have to like tuck it back in. Ah, I'm noxious and this is recorded, so nobody judge me. Allergies are terrible. I have a cold. Okay. So, also, like, side note, if you guys have a septum piercing, tuck it in your nose. It heals so much faster. I don't know why, but it just does. Okay. So, first things first, Jesus Christ. Pick your photo, put your preset on it, go to start writing a post with me. And what's the day today? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday? Okay. So let's just say something like, what? Oh my God. I would so do that if we had tacos, but that's not what my post is about. Okay. Or what my photo is like related to. Okay. So let's just start writing your post. Write your post. We're gonna literally do this together. I'm sweating so bad, dude. I'm literally dripping sweat. Write your post and then I'll show you what we do. Because it's hot out here and I'm in sweats and I have a cold. Huh? Whatever. Okay. Sorry, I'm like brain farting right now. Will you guys just make sure you're muted? Sorry. I just don't want, it's not because like I care that you're unmuted, but I just, I always like, am like scared that somebody's like gonna say something that's like embarrassing or like, I don't even know if that makes sense. Sorry for my sniffles, y'all. I'm like sicker than a dog. Let me make this happen. Okay, this is like a lame post, but it'll work. So what I do after I've written it is I like return and I put 3 dots and then I start with my hashtags. So first I start like you'll kind of see my pattern, but I look or think of things like locationally, like the clothes that we're wearing, the vibe, like you'll kind of get what I mean here in a second. And you can look, so when you start to type something, you'll see the top posts for that tag. So for example, like this one is the top post for Texas. So I'm going to put that one. Then I'm going to start doing this one. I literally thought you were just about to throw out my beer and I was going to kill you. Okay. Okay. So then after I do my hashtags, I'll do a location. And then here are some of the other things that I do. So I go to tag people and I start tagging the clothes that like we're wearing or like people that I like want to notice me. I know that sounds stupid, but this is what I learned and what's working for me. So I'm just gonna show you. Trigger staff. What else? Okay, so I just like tag some. Usually I have more because it's like of me. So I actually like tag the things that I'm wearing. But then I go to advanced settings and then I scroll down and go to write alt text. And then this is where you'll write just like random stuff. So like your wig, nasty little sucker. Okay. Then I share it. Okay. And then I like pick a photo. So like this. Let's change the color. Sorry, y'all. I know I'm like being so annoying, but literally I like can't even hardly breathe. Okay. So please just bear with me. Actually, let's go like this. So I hope you guys are doing this along with me. So now I'm starting to add hashtags after I've added it to my story. And I'm using different hashtags than were in my post for the most part. And you'll see when it stops underlining is when it's maxed out for your story because there are limitations. So you'll see, I'll show you. So like, see how that is like not underlined? That means it's enough. So I just go like this and shrink it. And then you just double tap to hide it under the photo. And now I'll do my aesthetic. And I know this seems like kind of extra, but I'm telling you, like it's helped my algorithm and my engagement so much. Okay. So I'll just go like that and then maybe add like a cute GIF. Don't like any of those. I'm picky, sorry. Shit, I hate when that happens. Okay, I like that. So I'm gonna add that to my story. Okay, now what I do, and I'll do it after this call, just because I don't want to like waste any more of your guys' time. But then what I do for like 10 to 15 minutes is I will go through and I'll click on every single one of these hashtags. So for example, Texas. And it's gonna pull up the top posts for that hashtag. So then I'll go through and I'll like it and I'll be like, I'll just interact. And I do like 8 different posts. I do that to 8 different posts on each tag. So you can see that will take about, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. So that's pretty much what I do on Instagram. If you don't like this in your post, the hashtags, what you can also do is just like drop an emoji, like a heart, and then you can reply to it and just remove this and then add your hashtags, right? So that is totally up to you. But for example, like I had like 4,100 followers like 3 or 4 days ago, and now I'm up to 43. And that's literally the only thing that I've been doing different. And I've been posting like reels every once in a while, but not like every single day. Like you can see, like this one was like 2 weeks ago or something. So, do you guys have any questions on that before I move on? I know that that was like a lot of information. I want to make sure you guys don't have questions. Does this only boost your account if it is public? I'm not private on that account. So hang on. Can you see? Hashtags. One sec. I'll find out for you. So yes, would be your answer. Only if your account is public. How do you change the color of the background? Okay, so I'll share my screen again. And what I do is, and you can pick any color, and I'll show you how to like do it a few different ways. So let's pick like a fun one with like a lot of color. So let's do this one just as like practice. So you click the little send button to put it on your story, do add to story. You can like move this around, shrink it, make it bigger. You can also tap it to have it show the post. I personally like to use it like this most of the time, but I don't really like the like background it picks the majority of the time. Sometimes it goes with the picture, but you click this little squiggly line up here. That's going to pull up your color scheme. I go to the highlighter here at the top, third option in, and then I can either pick a color from down here, or I can also click this little dewdrop thing and I can drag this anywhere along my photo and it will match it, right? So I can click this, I can do his pants, I could do my hair, I could literally like drop this little droplet anywhere and it will match the background to whatever I want, if that makes sense. Good question. Okay, any other questions before we move on? If not, I'm just going to jump into Facebook and TikTok. Okay. Is it still sharing my screen? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to show you TikTok really quick. Honestly, since my like one video went viral and I gained like a bunch of followers, I've been gaining followers, but not like a ton. But my one thing that I am so huge on is, sorry, that message distracted me, is posting mainly like fun stuff or stuff about you, and then stuff about the business. So like, for example, like this was a fun one. This one was for the business, like all these different ones. And the majority of these are like fun. And then the wedding one and the one I just did are about the business, right? So you're going to be more keen to have people like, what am I trying to say? Follow you and like your content if you are posting like fun stuff. That's pretty much it for TikTok. I know a bunch of other people people in the business, top income earners and everything have way more like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, tips for that for TikTok and for Reels. I'm kind of at the point still where I'm like playing with it and like trying to figure out what works for me. But okay, so Facebook, is there a way for me to like, no, I can't, shoot. Okay, that's fine. I'll go back. I have been utilizing groups like a mad woman, okay? And yeah, so in the last 2 days, literally yesterday and the day before, I haven't really included today. So let's just say 350. So let's say I gained 5 today. I've gained 50 friends on Facebook because 2 days ago I was at 300, literally exactly. So that to me is like hype for me. So I go through and like literally what I do is I do it probably like once a month, if I'm being completely honest, of joining new groups specifically. So I'll just go on and you can see my recent searches. So like I'll just literally search mom. And then this is all the ones that come up in groups. So like I'll click join, 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 join. Sometimes you have to answer questions, which I do. And then you'll see when they approve you. And once you're kind of in the group, like I'll post like random stuff, like, okay, like River City Moms, just for an example. I posted something the other day, like, I want to start potty training my 3-year-old. She's really fighting it. She really doesn't want to. Some days she really wants to, like, I'll just like make a post about it because that's genuinely something that I'm curious about. One, so I know I'll be able to like genuinely interact. But two, if anyone comments, I reply back to their comment. I love their comment. And then I go and immediately add them as a friend. And most of the time, because it's not about business, it's not about a hap, it's not about anything, they're gonna add me back. And 9 times out of 10, I swear to God, you guys, they do. And I'll have, because this group has 2.3 thousand follow or 3,000 members, I will literally get like 200 comments on a post. So I'll literally just like leave that post. Like I won't post in another group until I run out of those people. So literally every day, a couple times a day, I'll go on and add 10 people at a time or however many I like feel like adding right then. I don't usually do more than 10 at a time because Facebook is weird and I am super scared of like getting blocked on it again. And I really love Facebook for haps. So I'm a little bit more careful on Facebook, but that will literally last me like a couple days up to a week, depending on how many comments I get. And I'll just go through and genuinely interact. And then every time that you're loving their comment and replying back to their comment and adding them as a friend, it boosts that post like crazy in the group. So you're going to keep like, it's like a revolving door of like new people commenting, new people commenting, new people commenting. And then as you're going through to send your hat messages or whatever, you are always having new people to message. And most of the time, people, because of the way that I word my hat messages, they're like more than happy to help. That's not to say that some people don't or some people block me after. Of course they do. But I don't really care because the majority of them don't. Um, any questions on that so far? Have any of you guys done that? Is it working for you? Are you like, oh my gosh, I need to try that? Like, where are your guys' heads at with that? Put that in the comments. And then the other thing that I want to encourage you guys to do is to like link profiles, if that makes sense. So instead of having your milkshake app in your, sorry, I'm pushing my septum up. I promise I'm not picking my nose. Um, I just distracted myself with that. What was I just saying? Shoot, somebody tell me what I literally just started to say.
Linking your accounts.
Yes, thank you. Okay. I like remembered as soon as you unmuted. So link your account. So instead of having your milkshake bio in there, which I still sometimes use, don't get me wrong. But I like to have like quick, like especially with DTs, like I like to have the conversation while it's hot and enroll them while it's hot. Not to say I don't have to follow up, I absolutely do, but like distributors who are ready, I want to make sure I catch it. And I'm really bad about checking my milkshake responses all the time. So I feel like I'm missing out on people because I let them sit too long. So it's just not something that like works super well for me, but don't get me wrong, like I love the idea of it and I'm totally open to like looking for ways to make it work for me. I just don't think I'm using it properly and I just like don't love it. So what I saw a girl do and I want to encourage you guys to do and what I'm going to be doing is linking your profiles together. So I don't mean like when Instagram says, do you want to link this account to your Facebook? That's not what I mean. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So for example, I will go to, I forget how to do this, but I'll just do it because we're going to find it together. I think it's in settings. I just did it the other day. Damn it. I swear it's in settings. Sorry, y'all. I totally forgot how to do this. I swear. Haha. Okay, so you go to your profile. So like you'll click Lex Huffman, you click these three dots, and then at the very bottom where it says your profile link, copy link, and then go over to Instagram and edit profile. And where it says website, you post your website. And then you can do the same. So like, I think, hang on, let me stop sharing my screen for a sec. I'll show you guys the other thing in just a second. Okay, so then same thing with like Twitter or let's see if I can do it in Facebook. Okay, so now see it says like it has a little Instagram icon and it says tribe_huff. And then what you can do is go to TikTok and same thing. So you just go to website. So what this does is no matter what platform somebody's on, they can always see your other things. Okay, so now they can click on my Instagram. You can also like link it here. So see where the little Instagram icon is? I have it there. So I'm just gonna take the website out completely. But you can like link your Instagram right there. I also have my YouTube. I also list it like just regular like Instagram at Tribe Huff. And then when I'm talking about things in my posts, like in my TikToks, like for example, this one, giving away free black Gucci belt, on my way to win, and then my handle. So that way you're like getting them to come to all of your different sites. I've used groups and yes, it works. Yeah. So find groups that like, you know, apply to you, mom groups, dog groups, like your location, food groups, like literally whatever it is, walking groups, like there is something for you and you will relate to these people. 420, like all the different things that you guys could even think of, it's there. So utilize that. Do you guys have any questions on the things that I've covered? And then I'll let you go. Like I said, I know that I totally word vomited and that was a lot of information, but it is seriously working so well for me. And I just really wanted to share with you guys. So let me know. If not, then I will let you guys go. And y'all know that you can always text me with any questions. Oh, I appreciate and love you guys. Okay, mwah, I love y'all and let's get to work.